seems crazy. Last month, me and my wife were in the States. Her maid of honor on our wedding was getting married. And she was a part of the bridal entourage. Now, when you go to the States, it's difficult for me to go to a church in America. It's hard. I'm just going to be very honest. This place has ruined me. It's hard for me to comprehend walking into a church, sitting down. Someone who is lame, crippled, or sick walks in, and they leave in the same condition. So for me, I can't go. Because the two are not connected. But to try and explain to them on our pulpit, on our platform, on our stage, in the right corner is but a fraction of the tools those people who are healed left behind. We have a whole 3 containers in the back filled with crutches, filled with wheelchairs, just of the 7 years. You can't tell an American pastor that and he understands. He's saying, what? How is that possible? There are some churches that believe the time for miracles is over. Because they don't see them in the churches. There was a church, a person got healed of a headache. They talked about it for 7 months. It was not chronic. The person had this headache for the last week. And in the service, they prayed, it went away. They talked about this for 7 months. 7 months. But you need to understand, for people who have never seen a miracle to that magnitude, that big, let me prove to you what I'm saying. Benny Hinn is coming here in about 12 days. 12 days he's going to be here. The crusade is going to go on. When Benny Hinn was doing crusades in America, stadiums were so full. Stadiums that seat 150,000 people, packed to the brim, people waiting outside. You know how many pastors went? Every pastor in that city would go to that crusade. Because they'd never seen miracles. Miracles weren't happening. But also, miracles taking place, your faith has something to do with it. Years ago, about 20 years ago, there was an interview that Benny Hinn did with Oral Roberts. Powerful interview. He sits across from him, and Benny Hinn asks him, what are some of the hardest times in your ministry that really tested your faith? Oral Roberts sits there and he says this. This is what was really incredible. For those of you who don't know, Oral Roberts used to have tent meetings. A tent as big as this. He would sit, preach the gospel, and then pray for the sick. And he would televise it. He was one of the first people who put the healing ministry and the preaching ministry on television. And he said something that is completely mind-boggling. He said, there were times I would be in a meeting and I'm going to pray for the sick, and they're all in a line coming up, and the person I think God is going to heal, because they look like they have the faith, ends up not getting healed. But then this small little person looks like nothing. Even before they reach me, they are being completely transformed. He said, I have never been able to understand it. And I always said this, the look of somebody, you cannot tell the level and depth of faith they have. The person who looks like nothing their faith could make a new country. And they talked and talked and talked, and he said, faith is powerful. Faith is powerful. And he gave the example of the woman with the issue of blood. How faith made her whole. Now, in this story, this is what happened. Elisha has gone to a widow's home. He wants to see what he can do. He wants to see how he can help her. The widow is going through a very difficult time. A very hard time. She has no money. She's in debt. The debt collector has now taken her sons as collateral to the debt, who are going to work as slaves. Then she has nothing else in her home. This prophet tells her, hey lady, listen. Listen to me. Whatever you do, listen to me. Go out and borrow jars. Go out and borrow containers. Go out and borrow as many as you can. Don't borrow few. What does she do? She goes and grabs few. Why would she do that? The man told her to borrow many. You need more. The people in that area, even the man who was talking to her now, the man talking to her was not her husband. Her husband was a man of God. Her husband worked underneath the prophet. Her husband would prophesy. Her husband was doing ministry. But she looked at the man, and what he was saying wasn't competing. Now this is what is really terrifying. This story continues like this. When the jars finished, the flow of oil stopped. When the jars finished, oil stopped. The size of her miracle was fully and completely dependent on the capacity she could take.